feel like stage isn't going to have too big of an impact. The Smash full start is to be expected.
Smash full, pretty classic.
And even at that, I feel like they can be going to town, they can be going to Battlefield, Lyolat. It's not going to have too big of an impact on how these two want to control the base platform.
Okay, solid confirmed. Pikmin, all right. Just tossing the Pikmin out there. As we can see, very neutral heavy match.
It's going to be a lot of who wants to control center stage, who wants to have access to that floating platform.
Definitely.
It's going to be so pivotal to controlling stage. And both of these characters live off of controlling all of the space on a stage, not just, you know, just center stage or just ledge trapping. They need to have it all.
Definitely, yeah. All right, both just feeling each other out.
And this is what I was saying about this match. We're going to be being pretty patience heavy.
Yeah.
No one wants to give a mistake because then that could build into like 20% real easy.
Real quick. Yep, there we go. Simple confirm. Yep. Okay, Robin looks like he's in a bit of trouble. Okay, all right.
And you know, something interesting I just realized about the Olimar's layout of Pikmin, or at least what he currently had and what he's sticking with. Yellow doesn't have to be concerned with electric-based attacks. Fire doesn't have to worry. Red doesn't have to worry about fire.
Right.
And those attributes are attached to a lot of Robin's tools that are used for gaining advantage. So I could see us seeing the yellow stick around for a lot more than we normally would.
Definitely. I know he definitely wants to hold on to that play.
Yup. Especially as these percentages are climbing on Robin.
Oh, yeah.
Some cute item play from Jewel, though. Jewel definitely knows what he's doing.
He's got the switchblade. I like it. Pikmin definitely shipping them out.
That's another important aspect of the Pikmin, how they worry more about like damage over time until he gets into the kill squad, which I think the kill squad's coming up in a little bit.
Yeah, two purple.
Two purple and a blue is the ultimate, like, get him out of here.
Dubs, purples. Okay, ooh, look at that. All right.
Cute ledge trump into the back air.
Solid play.
Now Jewel's got to hold this lead as best as he can, especially while there's a blue and a purple on the fields. Like, this is what Zyvon needs to end out this stock, because he has back air at his disposal.
Yeah. All right. Pretty much even match now. Easy confirm.
All of his arc fire usage, though, can get a bit dangerous, just because we've already seen multiple times Zyvon's able to punish the end lag on it or when it whiffs.
Yeah. Excellent, good back. All right.
Well, the one thing I'm surprised from both of these players, they haven't really attempted to drag their opponents off deep and edge guard them.
Definitely.
And they both have pretty...
Both keeping it pretty safe, yeah.
Yeah, they're both playing it safe. They both don't really want to go too deep because their recoveries are both susceptible to heavy edge guarding.
Indeed.
And if the Robin's kept off stage long enough, all of a sudden he has no L-Wind, he's done.
That's a wrap, yeah. Okay, good punish. Oh, well, almost good punish.
I don't know if that move can two-frame. If the purple Pikmin can dive off, that would be OD.
That would.
But...
Okay, oh. Good dodge. And, oh, missed it. Okay.
Good patience on him, though. Knew that he was out of the percentages for true checkmate. Still waited to see if he can get it.
Yeah.
Yo, props to this Robin. Like, Jewel has really been doing a good job of
just showing us a good show, yeah.
He's, like, holding it, even though, like, Zyvon's been dictating where the match has been going and, like, who's in charge.
Okay, there it is. Oh, no. Good DI. All right. Let's see if the Robin can turn it around.
Zyvon trying to set up with the kill squad. There it is.
There it is, yep. Definitely looking kind of scary. All right.
These boys are rolling all over the place.
Yep.
I mean, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
There's almost a minute left on the clock. They're both bleeding out here with these percentages. Like, the pressure's on.
It really is.
And that's where these zoning characters that are more really start to... Ooh, the pop-offs.
Excellent.
They feeling themselves.
Definitely, yeah. Played the game very well. Played the game very well.
So that was well played on both players' parts. But I don't know if the Olimar is coming back. One good thing about Zyvon is he has a huge pocket of characters.
Definitely, yeah.
Like, as far as all the commentators would like to joke around that he just means waifu and Olimar, because he'll play any of the princesses. But he's sticking true to Olimar.
Sticking with it, all right. He sees something. He believes it. Now, what do you think he has to do differently?
I think he's got to be a bit more confident in his ability to end out a stock.
Definitely,
Because we saw he's able to put on the damage. He was able to put the pressure on Jewel, but he never really forced his hand with it. And giving all that respect to Jules would let Jewel get those comebacks.
100% agree. And also, he's also just feeding the rage, so that's definitely a thing. You definitely don't want to keep him alive for that long.
Absolutely.
That kill power is real with Robin.
Like, behind the 11 blade, Robin's a rage beast.
Yeah.
Doesn't even need the setups to be dangerous.
All right. Very similar game to before.
Yep.
Omar got the lead. Now he just has to close it out before Robin can really turn it around.
Yeah, this is very much what we were seeing in Game 1, although it looks like things are a bit faster paced. Zyvon definitely trying to turn up the heat on Jewel, see if he could take a bit of that momentum away that Jewel garnered from winning Game 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, we discussed what Zyvon needs to do to try and turn the game back to his favor. What do you think Jewel needs to keep doing in order to keep the momentum on his side?
Definitely want to maintain that pillar because that's definitely keeping him out. Definitely keeping him out spatial-wise, but also, I guess, maintaining his item management. Make sure he has a lot of lightning. Make sure he can, land the kill. I guess the Arc Thunder to up air setup. If anything, to get the best kill.
Zyvon already starting to change the theme of things, really turn up the heat. Still staying aggressive with how he's throwing the Pikmin.
Turn up the heat.
He's got the set. Look at that. Already got the 45.
Crazy. Yeah, it's looking a little rough.
All right.
Almost. Very cheeky.
Jewel trying to get nasty with Robin. I like that. We don't get to see Robin too often in New York.
Oh, yeah, he's really good. Excellent, strong showing. Yeah, so Zyvon just has to chill out. Just maintain, just keep throwing Pikmin. Do nothing too crazy. Now Robin basically has to be the aggressor.
Yeah. Like, we see Zyvon still playing aggressively, but you bring up a really good point. He doesn't have to. He could turn back the heat. He could play it very much like he did in Game 1.
He's chilling. He's got the life lead. Just let it add up.
He has the kill squad ready.
Yeah.
If he wants to, he could go in for the kill, but like, I'm agreeing with what you said earlier. I don't think he should.
Yeah, just maintain it. You got the life feed, nothing to worry about.
Especially while he's got the 2 purple Pikmin. Like, he's able to harass well. I don't think he should risk the opportunity, but
back air took it out. Not bad.
Yeah, Robin having one of the better back throws in the game. A lot of people don't really talk about it just because character's rather underwhelming in the grand scheme of Smash 4, but like, Robin's got some good throws. A consistent kill setup out of it, a solid kill throw in its own right. Got mix-ups.
Anybody with a throw combo is pretty decent.
Like, this character's got tools for days. It's a shame that she's got the walk speed of Ganondorf.
Yeah.
And if she gets edge guarded long enough, she literally just can't come back to the stage.
That's it. Well, it should be good with Ultimate. You see, you got the change in the direction of the recovery.
Yeah.
You got that option, yeah.
I'm hoping we get to see more from the CEO build.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So what got you most hyped about Ultimate?
Honestly, just the mechanic changes.
All right, definitely, yeah. Definitely more fighting game heavy.
Yeah. Just because, like, I love styles like this. I like more patience-oriented matches.
Yeah, mind games,
Because we get to see slower developments like this. Now we see Zyvon take the lead back.
Yep.
Going to bring us into Game 3. Both these players know they could beat each other. but now the pressure's on them from the fact that whoever wins the next one, that's the one that's moving
That's
on.
the one that matters, yeah.
And
Very interesting. Similar play styles, but yeah.
And as far as bringing it back to Smash Ultimate, a lot of the mechanics seem a lot more rewarding for aggressive play styles.
I'm a big fan of that, definitely.
So seeing how zoning plays into that, I think it's gonna be really interesting. Because no matter the style of fighting game, like zoning's always gonna find its place.
It's always in there, yeah.
Whether or not it's like good, always remains to be seen.
Right.
But
Good
I'm always
or
rooting for
broken,
it.
technically.
Yeah.
Don't want any Dulcims or Injustice, for that matter.
Nah, we definitely don't need. We don't need
shot
that.
meta. No thanks.
Not about that. That's the no zoning.
Yeah, we don't want that.
No one roots for that. But we got. I'm actually surprised Zyvon's sticking to his guns. He's staying Olimar.
Confident.
Like
Likes it.
he's digging it. We're not seeing Jewel switch. Looks like it's ride or die with Robin.
Ride or die, all right. Character loyalty. I respect it.
Looked like he switched to the female Robin. I don't know if that
yeah.
has any impact. But
It definitely might. You never know. She might be quicker foot speed.
it's always the placebo. Like the color change makes the difference.
Sometimes it does. You never know. Good jab. All right. Good lockdown. Okay. Good punish by Zyvon.
So what do you think the change to Battlefield is going to impact for this match? Because this is the first game we're seeing that's not on Smashville.
Right. Let's see. More platforms. You know, I guess might be a little more countered against Robin. Maybe where the fire falls and all that. Gives Olimar a direction to go in. I guess another angle of attack.
It's going to be solid defensively speaking. Especially because, like, Olimar doesn't have to worry about the platforms interfering with Pikmin.
Definitely, yeah.
But Robin does.
Definitely does, yeah.
Hellfire and actually Hellfire just being the main one, and the items that Jewel will be throwing all are impacted by the platforms. Ooh, okay.
Okay, almost okay. About to see some sexy tech.
Not really sure what he would have been able to really get off that,
Yeah.
considering he was just holding the Levin sword. And oh,
Wow.
oh, he's hunting for it.
There
He's
it is.
scheming.
There it is.
Zyvon's not having any of it.
Shit. Jewel got taken out, yeah.
But Sin at 114%. Zyvon wants that stock. He can get it. Actually, now that I think about it, this stage pick could be quite the double-edged sword for Zyvon's pick, just because he needs to be on those platforms if he wants his throw kills to be consistent.
Definitely. Ooh, command grab. Okay.
And given the difference in percentage, it's going to have a lot more of an impact.
Not too bad. Gained a bit of health, too.
Yeah, normally if it's used at lower percentages and there's not that big of a difference, it's not going to do much. And especially as we saw Zyvon able to wiggle free out of that easily.
Okay.
That's a good call, especially just because the tome for Nosferatu has some of the most knockback on the items that Robin has access to.
That's pretty good, yeah.
Any other Pikmin, he would have had the range to go for that, but the purple one's just there to be thrown.
Yeah. It's like a big rock.
The way Jewel juggles these books is really interesting. I've never seen a Robin actively tossed to the ground.
Definitely has a full grasp of the character. Very good meter. I guess you could say meter management, yeah.
It's a good way to translate it. Just because there's so much micromanagement into what a character like Robin can do, that it's very much like a meter-oriented character in a more traditional fighting game where it's like, all right, I can use like 25% of the bar right now, get this done, or maybe I'll hold it off, use half the bar.
Do I burn this now? Do I burn it not?
Yeah.
Spend all the real estate.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those aspects of fighting games that can translate between Smash to another game, and vice versa.
Yeah, I agree.
Bringing it back to the action, though, we got like dead even percentages. Clock's coming down to the last 2 minutes 30 seconds. Like, this is where the pressure really builds up for these two, because now it's like they got to make sure they have their items managed.
Yeah.
Like, if Jewel wants to have one of those tomes on hand to put the pressure on Zyvon, he's got to get it ready now. And Zyvon, on the other hand, he's got to get his Pikmin lined up to go for these kills. He needs the kill squad.
Definitely needs a kill squad. Jules taking a good job of taking out the Pikmin before they can really do too much damage. Wow.
See, I'm fairly certain that.
Ooh,
Oh, Thoron?
Okay.
Hardly ever get a chance to see that, even less than we get to see Robins in general.
It's very good. Very good for a surprise factor, too.
Word. Although now I'm fairly certain that both of these players are sitting outside of their ranges for their kill throw setups. That being said, I'm pretty sure Blue Pikmin's
Good
killing with
touch
an
on
up
the
throw
edge,
if he keeps
yeah.
building up this rage.
Ooh,
But there it is.
There it is. Excellent back air. Zyvon not heavy, but
Nah, he's not
job.
feeling it, but that was very well played
Very
from
well
both.
played. Good plays by. Shout out to Jules showing off Robin.